Alright, let's clear AD-6 with the Trust Farm squad. Core units are just Thorns and Mlinar, but then you will need any ranged unit, so from the units you trust farming for, just to get a ranged unit, at least one, and at least one ground unit. You can use this, for example. I will use the two new units from this event, which is Miss Christine and the TP. And yeah. Miss Christine is because to light up enemies, and the other one is to help Thorns to block the enemy. So first of all, just Thorns here, face on left side. Then immediately Mlinar to light up the torch, here face on right side. So Thorns will not take too much nervous in damage. I created a skill. Deploy TP on this position here. So this way you can help block if you don't have enough damage with the Thorns. Then deploy Miss Christine here face on right side. So just any ranged unit to light up this torch, which will light up this bottom side, because the enemy who deploys the black thingy, right, spawns. If you don't deploy anyone here, they will drop the thingy here, making these enemies leak. This Thorns skill, these enemies go through far away. So you must let that enemy drop the black thingy here, and the Mlinar can kill. Like create the Mlinar skill when this enemy enters the light range, so we'll stop moving here. This way you can kill, and the skill duration of Mlinar will cover these two annoying enemies for Thorns as well, because they will be facing on right side and Thorns will take too much time to kill. Now just wait for Thorns skill activation one more time and then it's done. Okay, here we go. As you can see, they will just drop this thingy here instead of here. Okay, next one, AD-7. This one requires Thorns, then Ascalon, first skill, and in the end blue poison because of the poison damage, so can heal the flying units very easily. Let's go. Like if you have a very strong Ascalon, you don't really need the Thorns. But just any other DPS is fine, because the only problem is mainly the last unit I tried with blue poison Ascalon only, these two. And I always leak the last one, even with a level high, I mean max level Ascalon. So just add someone to help. Of course, with the Thorns is a lot easier, but anyways, let me show you how to do this. First of all, just Thorns on this position here, face on the right side. Let this enemy to shoot one bullet, and then deploy blue poison here, face on right side. You can deploy Ascalon as last unit, because the trait of Ascalon is that less likely to be hit by enemies. And since this one is a global range, we'll always choose the last you deployed between Thorns and the blue poison. So now Ascalon here, face on right side. Ascalon will deal tons of damage to all enemies here, while blue poison main job is to kill the flying disc. Is even AFK, to be honest. But since Ascalon is a bit rarer, so in the other AFK guide, I preferred to use more common units. Well, Trust Farm is this. You can replace if you want, but using more units, so not only one, more units. So instead of using 3, you're gonna use 4 or 5. Like for example, you can deploy a Wizardel here. Wizardel here face on top side, or face on right side. Better face on top side, so at least you can hit enemies in case they leak to left side. So Wizardel here, and yeah, Wizardel's Remnant Shadows will bait the flying units. Or you can deploy Wizardel first and then blue poison, but make sure that yeah, to activate the Wizardel skill first, because else the new Remnant Shadows will bait the flying disc. You have a lot of choices, just to see a bit of your roster. Basically, who can replace Ascalon is someone with a good AoE damage dealing and actually some crowd control, because of the enemies cannot be blocked on bottom side. Unless you have someone behind as well. As you can see, Ascalon can slow a lot, can deal a lot of damage, and a lot of continuous arts damage. Here we go. Alright, last one, AD-8. First of all, for this one is practically the same as the one I showed in the AFK. In the AFK, since it was premium, I used Aya Berry, Ulpianus, and Thorns. But instead of Ulpianus, you can use Blades as well. So let's just go. It was premium, so just let me use my favorite units, right? Anyways, just someone with a good damage and a high block count, and that can work. Anyways, first of all, just Aya Berry here face on bottom side. Then Thorns to charge the skill. The same deployment position as the one I showed in the AFK. And in the end, just the Blades here face on the camera. Here. Now activate the Thorns skill one more time, and then you can even AFK. Of course, if you want to make the trust farm faster, you are welcome to use one more unit to burst the boss. For example, I don't know, monsters for the true damage, or Calcit, which is also monster, or anyone with high damage. Yeah. Just to keep in mind that operators outside of the light will deal the boss will take 70% less damage from operators outside of the light. So if you want to deal more damage, remember to deploy the DPS inside the light. Here, for example, both Thorns and the Blades deals 70% less damage. A way to help is to deploy someone here, face on right side, so you can put this camera face on right side, so they will be inside the light as well. The only thing you have to worry actually is to make sure that Aya Berry can heal up Blades from the Nervous impairment. Because if she gets Nervous impaired, we'll get stunned, so enemies will leak. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Maybe add another Wandering Medic behind Aya. Well, in this case, Blades wakes up because she has the talent which can help. Okay, finally. Here we go.
Mission accomplished.
For example, here instead of Thorns, I just use a Wizardle, right? Deploy Wizardle inside the light, face on bottom side, so she will deal full damage to the boss. And you can melt, as you can see. Very, very high damage. This way you can also help bait a bit the damage using the Revenant Shadow. Just deactivate it and charge for the next wave. And the faster you kill the boss, the easier will be the stage, so you don't have to worry about the boss stunning your units. Yeah, that's basically it. The boss is dead. After the boss is dead, the rest is very simple.